In this series of videos, we'll show how the NetKernel package infrastructure allows us to create, deploy, and manage packages in a production system. The demonstration will be split into three parts. In the first part, we'll show how a development machine can rapidly create modules. In the second part, we'll show how those modules can be packaged into a deployment unit and published into a repository architecture. In the third part, we'll show how a production machine can be told about a repository and can use that repository in order to pull down deployable units of software to that production system. Let's look at the first part. For this demo, we have two machines: a development machine identified by develop and a production machine identified by production, which we'll deploy the packages to. First, let's consider developing some packages. In the developer tab, I can use the new module wizard to quickly create some modules. Let's call it my app www my app www for the name. Let's just accept the defaults because we're not interested in the details of this, just how to do it. That's one module created. Let's create a second one. Let's suppose we have a JMS front end as well as a web front end for this. Again, let's quickly accept the defaults. And let's create one more module, a common services module. Perhaps called by the two front ends that we've just created. Okay, now we have three modules created. If we go back to our developer tool and look at the Space Explorer, we'll see that there's three modules installed: the web module, the services module, and the JMS module. If we look at the module directory of the development machine, we'll see we have three directories: my app, JMS, services, and www. These are the modules that we've just constructed. We can do our development here, create whatever infrastructure and application services we want. Let's assume that this work is done and we've decided that we want to release these modules into production. At this stage of our development, we can go to the Apposite tool and we go to the packager. We look for our modules in the list and we see my app JMS, my app services, and my app www. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to package up the two front-end layers of my architecture in a separate package to the back-end common tools. So let's select those two tools, those two modules, and let's call this my app tier 1. So this is the tier 1 of our application architecture. If I click export, then my package is created, an nkp.jar. I'm going to save that, and by default that'll go to my desktop. Let's create a tier 2, and in the tier 2 let's just include the services layer. Let's export that package as a separate package. If I go and look at those packages, the tier 1 contains the two modules, my app JMS, my app www. The tier 2 contains my services. So I have two deployable packages. I could, if I wanted to, upload these to a NetKernel instance using the Apposite client, using its package upload feature. But what I'm going to show you is a more powerful way of deploying these packages to a NetKernel instance.